what's more important, the exit or the entry of a trade?
I think that exits are much, much more difficult in that a large part of exits are a function of your own personal trading plan. You can never get it perfectly right. I think that the thing that's important is that you've decided what your exit is going to be. We don't know what the market is going to do next, but we should know what we're going to do if the market should do that. And there's not that many options. On my institutional course that I do for the banks, I haven't done one in a while now, we sit down and we work out all the options. And I, in fact, get the people to actually write out a scenario of what they're going to do should the market do something. And for those people that are happy to follow on, we do a little visualization exercise, a mental exercise of what we should do if the market should do something. So I think that many people will say that entries are not that important, but on a practical basis, if you get your entry at the right level, you then can put your stop loss out of the traffic, and still the stop loss is quite small. And that means that you've only got to sit a little while to get a decent risk to reward ratio, 3 to 1 risk to reward ratio. If your entry is sloppy, your stop loss still has to be out of the traffic, which means that your stop loss could quite easily be 3 times the size. That means you've now got to sit one hell of a lot longer to get that 3 to 1 risk to reward ratio, and we're not that good at sitting. Have you read Reminiscences of a Stock Operator? Magnificent book about the exploits of a speculator called Jesse Livermore. In the book, he's called Larry Livingstone. And he says so beautifully in the book that those men, it was a chauvinistic age, those men that can be right and sit are uncommon. What a line. And then later on in the book, he says the money's made by the sitting, not by the thinking. That's the line. So again, that book, I read far too much. In Johannesburg, I've had the same housekeeper for the last 32 years. And when I go away, she says, the last thing that she says to me, David, don't buy any more books. There's nowhere to keep them. Okay, so I do read a lot. But Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, don't ask me how to spell reminiscence. I wouldn't even be able to start. But it's written by a French-Canadian called Edwin Lefebvre. And if you go to Goldman Sachs as a trader, the very first morning you go there, they say, there's the coffee, there's Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. Give us a shout when you're finished.
Oh,
okay?
Fantastic.
That's the first thing that you do when you go to Goldman's, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. I'm surprised it hasn't been made into a movie as yet. And it would have made a much, much better movie than The Wolf of Wall Street. And clearly, I would put DiCaprio in the title role, okay?